mentioned, the freestanding clinic, the person heading that, was that a CMO kind of a role, or like what was the?
I think he actually had the president. It was called the little TLC, the little clinic. I think he was the president. I think we gave him a presidential title. Just nothing more than a title, but I think it was needed to get the right meetings, get the right things done over time. But again, his role was confined to those clinics and growing that business. He had to meet with pharmacy suppliers. He had to meet with hospitals and create relationships with hospitals to become a preferred clinic. A lot of hospitals wanted to use us because it's easier than tying up some of their resources for things as simple as a physical for a school athlete, or common flu shots, things like that. So it was vertically integrated a piece of the business. It wasn't really didn't really answer to anybody within Kroger outside of really the head of merchandising. That's where it really connected, I think, on a org chart basis.
Well, that's interesting.
And can I just ask, Kroger also has a PBM?
Yes.
Kroger prescription plans. Where does that fit in the organization?
I'm trying to think if I even remember. Prescription benefit management. I think it kind of operated independently. I'm trying to think of who. It had to have tied into pharmacy. I'm just not sure at what level. It may have been right up there with Felicia at the top of pharmacy. But honestly, there wasn't much exposure to that. I don't think we had a lot of interaction with the PBM. I know that we signed contracts, periodically, but I don't really recall anything other than it just rolling into pharmacy.
Okay.
That's not very helpful in that area. Sorry.
Okay. So what kind of functions rolled up into the VP or director of pharmacy?
So he or she would be involved in all of the merchandising meetings that the group would have under the senior or group vice president of merchandising, and would be involved in all of those meetings so that we keep some sort of cohesive group together, understanding what's going on between the different merchandising groups. They have to all interact within the store, and so they would be involved in at that level in just about every type of activity that there would be within the company. They tended to the pharmacy group tended to be at more board meetings than the rest, just based on the business and the nature of the business and the concern by the board always of pharmacy and what's going on in that particular area. I think most of the board members didn't really. Well, one of our board members was the president of Staples, and he had a big background in supermarkets and pharmacy. But outside of that, the rest of them were always just interested in pharmacy because it is kind of a different type of business versus the typical merchandising departments that you would have.
So let me say that let's phrase it differently. The question I was asking was basically the functions like a prescription fill or adjudication or inventory management, things like keep contracts with PBMs, the performance of the pharmacy related to adherence, compliance, star rating, and that kind of those kind of functions. What would those positions be? And would those report to the VP or director of pharmacy?
Oh, yeah, I see. They would. We had a group under the VP of pharmacy. We had pharmacy buyers that did procurement. We